A sad orchestra of babes has amplified beneath the tranquil vistas of Yellowstone National Park. This tranquil landscape, known for its geysers, their diverse animal world, and their replacement wilderness, tells a history of deep geological unrest. As in an exciting and at the same time secretive drama, Yellowstone has recently been damaged by hundreds of honorees, each of which has a new chapter in the complex geological history of the park. What can these creatures tell us about the secret life of the Earth hidden beneath the idyllic panorama of Yellowstone? We're going on an exciting journey beneath the surface to find out the truth. Number 1. What is Yellowstone, and why is he so special? Yellowstone National Park extends across the land into the United States and borders Wyoming, Montana, and Idaho, a spectacle of natural beauty. The park extends over a plain of 2 to 2 million hectares and is a paradise for a diverse flora and fauna with more than 60 species of animals. This includes the well-known grizzly bear, wolf, bison, and elk herds. In the great wilderness, life pulsates, and the symphony of unsuspected nature sounds. But what really sets Yellowstone apart is its unique geological fall. Yellowstone is not a park. He is a living, breathing sign of the dynamic forces that shape our planets. It controls one of the world's largest active volcano systems, which runs beneath its tranquil surface. Here the Earth is the thinnest, and the underlying molten rock or magma blubbers closer to the surface than almost anywhere else on Earth. The park's geothermal hotspots have released a diverse array of geysers, hot stuff, victims, and fumaroles, such as the legendary Geysir Old Faithful. His procrastinations are concluded by eruptions of boiling water, which can reach heights of up to 3 meters and cover the sky with electricity. With more than 300 active geysers, Yellowstone is home to more of these natural wonders than anywhere else on Earth, a tribute to its reminiscent geothermal energy. The truest gem in Yellowstone's geological crown is the gigantic supervolcano that runs beneath the park's enclosed landscape. A supervolcano is a gigantic volcano that erupted with a force more than 1,000 times greater than that of a normal volcano. The Yellowstone supervolcano, which erupted about 640,000 years ago, has been running quietly in front of it ever since, but its existence limits the geological character of the park and has similarly ended the imagination of geoscientists and tourists. The evidence for the existence of the supervolcano is visible in the form of the Yellowstone caldera, which extends over a plain of 30 x 45 miles. A caldera is a gigantic depression that forms when a volcano receives its magma chamber during an eruption and causes the ground on top to collapse. This narcotic depression is evidence of the catastrophic eruption that once terrified this landscape. When the national park was established in 1872, it was the first of its kind in the world and set the stage for the global national park movement. The unique blend of natural beauty, rich wildlife, and fascinating geology has made the park a favorite destination for naturalists, adventurers, and geologists. It is a place where you simultaneously admire the beauty of a sunset over the Lammer Valley and the mighty forces that lie beneath our feet. Lie down and think. Yellowstone's shame, though, much more than its natural wounds. The park is filled with a rich cultural history that dates back more than 11.0 years. Many Native American voices, including the Shoshone, Bannock, Blackfeet, and Crow, have called the region home for centuries, and their lives are close to the wealth of the land. Their stories resonate in the landscape, and historic cities scattered throughout the park tell of their wars, triumphs, and their deeply distorted respect for nature. Yellowstone's cultural diversity is enriched by the future of European explorers, scavengers, and residents in the 19th century. Their influence remains in the rustic hall of historic buildings such as the Old Faithful Inn, one of the park's architectural landmarks. The park's status as a global nurturing center for the conservation of ecosystems further enhances its importance. Its extensive protections aim to maintain the emotional balance between people and nature, to protect the exceptional versatility of the park, and to ensure the survival of its geological wonder for future generations. From the fiery depths of the lumbering supervolcano to the cultural stories that define its landscape, every aspect of Yellowstone National Park tells a unique history. This fusion of vibrant ecosystems, dynamic geology, and cultural regeneration makes Yellowstone something very special, a more vivid microcosm of Earth's great evolutionary saga. As we delve deeper into the mysteries of its young seismic activity, we embark on a path that human curiosity with the deep nights of nature connects. Number 2. Securing the mysteries of seismic activity. On our journey to the nights of Yellowstone Village, we must first explore the phenomenon of seismic activity. Erbeben, a word often associated with the security of the mysteries, are in reality proof of the dynamic nature of our planet. They are created by the restless movements of great tectonic nights, large parts of the Earth that fit together like a puzzle. The interaction of these nights results in a number of geological phenomena. Below that are mountains, grabens, volcanoes, and of course strawberries. Most strawberries arise from the boundaries of these nights, where over time, the tensions from the movement of the nights build up. When the tension exceeds the strength of the rock, it breaks and releases the contained energy in the form of seismic wells. These wells radiate outward and cause the ground to tremble, a phenomenon that we observe like strawberries. But not all strawberries strawberries are the same. They distinguish themselves in their multitude, intensity, and depth. Each meal provides closure about the achievements within the earth. Strawberries are measured using the Richter scale, which means their strength, and the modified Mercalli scale, which measures the intensity of shock and damage at certain assesses places. Seismic activity in regions, such as Yellowstone, that are far away from the edges of the tectonic shelves, rated as unique geological processes. Here is the famous supervolcano of the Strawberry Park, or more precisely, the hotspot that takes them on. A hotspot is a cloud of hot material that rises from the bottom of the earth. When this material reaches the surface, it unleashes a chain of volcanic activity. The Yellowstone hotspot, one of the most intensive on our planet, is responsible for the special geothermal and seismic activity of the park. Given the dramatic play of the trembling ground and the startling trees, the strawberries have a deeper purpose. Each beban works like a light tower, sending out signals that help scientists see into the Earth's crust like a doctor who uses X-rays to examine the human body. These seismic signals provide closure about the component parts, geological structures, and processes, and allow us to piece together the dynamic histories of the planet. In Yellowstone, this seismic X-ray image has sacrificed a large magma reservoir beneath the park at the well-known Flatter magma chamber. This discovery is revealed by the analysis of the seismic wells as magma or rock slowly or accelerate or change the direction, creating a seismic shadow that can be recognized and analyzed. Despite the numerous associations that come with honor, it is important to know that seismic activity in Yellowstone Park occur regularly. In the park, there are between 0.700 and 300 honorees every year, most of whom are so weak that the people, are not noticed. These high shadows of lesser strength are a natural product of geothermal forces acting beneath the surface. They always remind us of the independence of the park and are independent of the upright attitude of the rhythmic breakout of the geysers, which we connect with Yellowstone. But there are times when the seismic activity from the Yellowstone over the regular model goes outward and up to a so-called honor Bebenschwarm leads, a quick meeting of Bebens who come from the same place, compared to typical hind legs, in which a common social brilliance, smaller hind legs follow, go in swarms, many first legs of a similar size. These fascinating phenomena often give rise to speculation and concern because they may be related to volcanic activity. And right here, in the middle of this complex interplay of crust movements, magma intrusions, and geothermal wonders, our history is taking a seismic turn. Lately, Yellowstone has been at the center of an unusual welfare, a venomous swarm that makes the scientists, the whole world, stunned and aware. This symphony of Bebens has been swinging for months under Yellowstone, leaving the ground under the park in an unusual way, rhythm singing. To understand the real meaning of this phenomenon, we just have to get over the lavish spectacle and the fear to go. Are these Bebens an example of a representative filling connection, or are they just a dramatic expression of the ordinary examples on Earth? As we confront these questions, we must remember that seismic swarms, even when they are very heavy, in Yellowstone, not a simple case in the comparison. Similar episodes are seen without there being the task to get the seismic messages from these Bebens to dissect lies on the shoulders of geologists and seismologists. With a number of highly developed instruments and technologies, they are independent to investigate this seismic swarm and try to solve the mystery that lurks deep beneath the beautiful landscapes of Yellowstone. Thanks to their dedicated work, we may soon discover these swarms that giving us tremendous insights into the dynamic nature of the Earth. Ultimately, each swarm is a father in the great geological stories of Yellowstone. He weaves a story that encompasses the development of our planet. To understand these stories, we must continue in the heart of the youngest swarm of the swarm, produce, and its possible effects on Yellowstone, its rich ecosystems, and its millions of people who call this region home. Let us continue, discover the seismic secrets that Yellowstone so deeply holds for us. Number 3, the youngest seismic swarms in Yellowstone, a symphony never before seen of honor. In recent months, underneath the transfer from Yellowstone National Park, a seismic concert has been taking place. It is a concert of hundreds of Beben, who are a row of honored Bebenschwärmen, Erzeugen, which geologists and visitors, equalermassen, fascinate. These streams, a cascade, smaller streams, which within a short time from the same place, going out, have a history of rugged activity under the rugged facade of the park. Whining, the beginning of this geological rhapsody, can be found in the rugged place of the park to be continued, where the rough Yellowstone hotspot breeds. In recent months, his Schmelzpfannen were particularly livable and limited with their movements, a domino effect from being born. These waves have like a geological drum whirl, a crescendo, a seismic activity that throughout the park, Nashhot, the strength of these bones is not great enough.